There's a lot of unwritten rules about how to properly behave in a movie theater. Like, for example, put your phone on silent.
Yeah, please.
No talking once the previews start. And whatever you do, never, ever try to sneak in some old seafood inside your purse.
Oh,
No.
I'm
God.
specifically looking at you, Brooke.
Yeah, I can see Brooke being like,
Nobody wants to smell your crock pot of oyster chili. Okay?
But if you tasted it, I feel like you...
No, I know Mama's
please.
trying to save money, but good
Yeah.
God, spare us the pain,
Brooke
please.
has a handful of steamed
know.
clams.
With butter.
It's too much. It's too much. You know, with the movie theater
Yeah.
butter, Brooke's just
Just
pouring it in.
savoring it.
Oh, God.
Man.
Well, one of our listeners thinks he may have accidentally ruined his entire date because of what he did in the movie theater.
Uh-oh, he brought in mollusks?
No, it's not anything that's specifically banned. It has nothing to do with seafood, but
Okay.
it's also not a great look either.
Okay.
You're going to find out what happened in your second date update next. We all have unique things that we find attractive in other people. Like for Alexis, she always checks a guy's pants to make sure that he has an enormous wallet.
Oh, okay.
I check for something else.
I don't not do that.
Yeah.
I think she checks for a lot of things.
For Jose, he's looking for a lady, preferably a breathing one.
But preferred.
It's not a deal breaker.
No,
wow.
it's not.
And as
I
for,
just hope she's holding her breath.
as for Brooke, well, she's taken.
Yeah, of
And
course.
at least that's what the missing posters of her husband say.
Uh-oh.
Taken. Call anytime.
Please
Poor
give him
guy.
back.
Yeah, and I guess one of our listeners, Greg, has kind of a unique turn on that drew him into a certain lady. Greg, welcome to the show.
Ooh.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Where did you find this lovely lady?
Oh, what attracted you to her?
So I found her on a dating app. She looked really pretty. She seemed funny,
Yeah.
smart, but I really am into juggling. I watch a lot of juggling videos on YouTube, and
Interesting.
she's an amateur juggler. So I thought that was
Oh
really,
my
really cool.
gosh, yeah, that's like a match made right there.
So wait, do you juggle or do you just watch other people do it?
No, I am a strict spectator. I can't juggle, but I watch hours of juggling videos on
Wow,
YouTube.
it is.
Wait, like it's a
Really
turn on when you
impressive.
watch people juggle?
He's
You're
just
like, oh,
impressed.
yeah.
When women do, I think it's very seductive when you watch a woman.
Seductive.
Juggle.
Oh.
And
Wow.
there's some videos where they will juggle axes, knives. It gets very.
I hope that doesn't turn you on.
And then you light it on
Did you
fire,
hear
and
it?
it's like, oh, man.
Did you hear his voice when he started talking about axes?
It's very intense. I suggest you watch some of the videos. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I think we get it now, but let's move on
It's
from
interesting.
this. So,
Very.
did we learn her name yet?
Oh, Katie.
Okay.
Katie. Okay.
What did you and Katie end up doing for a date?
Well, we had a plan for the evening, so we started at a bar. We had a couple of quick drinks, and our plan was to see a movie, and it was great. She shows up, and I joked around with her because when we were messaging, I said, "Oh, you should bring some of your juggling gear. That'd be fun." I think she thought I was joking. I was serious, but whatever, that's fine.
You can do that on the date. Like, hey, look at the salt and pepper shakers.
That's true, anything.
Or all the different concessions from the movie theater?
You sound like...
It's funny you say that. I tried at the bar. I tried seeing if she'd do a couple of tricks, but she
Oh.
was embarrassed with the. But anyway,
You're
Yeah.
fanboy.
It's
wait.
more of a third date thing anyway.
I know we're kind of like brushing past that real quickly, but I feel like that actually could be the reason why she's not calling you back. If you're like
Oh, no,
pressuring
no, I
her
don't.
into juggling all sorts of weird
Yeah.
stuff, man.
No, I think she totally enjoyed that. I appreciated that. I think it's one of those things that's overlooked. And I don't think it was that.
Okay.
So as I look back on it and thought about it, what could have gone wrong with the date? I think I diagnosed it.
Okay.
Oh.
You
Okay.
seem like a very analytical person, so what do you got?
Yeah.
Well, so I think I didn't get a call back because towards the end of the movie, the main character dies, and I cried. I kind of like had these heaving sobs.
Heaving
Aw,
sobs.
Yeah, bro. I'm the same in movies, dude. I do commercials will make me
Wait,
cry,
so
to
you
be
think
honest.
you were like too ugly of a crier for her?
Well, no, I think it was very appropriate, but I noticed her notice me crying, and she just brusquely turned away from me and looked back at the screen, and I thought, geez, this would have been a moment there might have been some compassion or
Pretty vulnerable moment for you, bro.
Well, it could have been maybe she turned away because she was worried she was going to start crying too, seeing you cry, I don't know.
it was very intense. And I just got this energy sense that perhaps that made her uncomfortable,
Okay.
or I'm not sure what, but
Or maybe she was worried that you were going to ask her to juggle your tears, make you happy again.
I didn't do anything like that.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
We
You-
know.
You were just thinking.
So you're saying after the crying in the movie, the mood shifted.
Yeah, it shifted. So I walked her to her car, and as I pondered the evening, which I thought overall was a really wonderful night, I went in for a kiss, and she turned her cheek, which of course it's a first date. That's understandable.
Ooh.
So I kind of kissed her like nose.
Were you still snotty from all the
Ew.
crying previously?
No, I always carry. I have a handkerchief that I always carry with
Very
me.
classy.
Okay, you were done heaving and sobbing at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I was still carrying the effect of the finale of the film, but, I composed myself by the time we got to the parking lot. And I said I wanted to see her again because we had such a great time. I cracked a joke about the juggling, which I thought added some levity. And I have not heard from her since. That's
Okay. Well, I mean, overall, dude, you sound like a pretty good guy.
Unique
Yeah.
character.
I need to ask, like I do with everybody on these second dates, where were your pants? Were they on or were they off at any point? Because sometimes that can be a deal breaker.
I actually always wear my pants. I
Oh.
would never act in
See?
That was a
Like-
joke.
He is
Okay.
classy.
kind
Yes.
of inappropriate.
How dare you ask
you're,
that, Jeff?
You're at a higher level than a lot of the people that we talk to already.
Yeah,
So
you're pretty
I
literal.
was wearing pants and a dress shirt, so
Oh,
I
very
thought
nice.
I
Wow.
looked
Good
very
Ooh.
appropriate
Okay,
for a
good.
first date.
pants and a dress shirt? Now you're taking it over the
No,
top,
Jeff,
bro.
don't joke. Don't
Who you
joke
trying
with
to
him.
impress?
He's not,
It's a dark theater.
Yeah.
he's kidding. He's kidding. Let's
Okay.
keep it moving.
Yeah. See, a lot of people think I'm weird too, and they don't get me. But maybe you and I are kind of kindred spirits in that
Sounds
sense.
like
But
it, bro.
let's play a song. We'll come back. We'll
Everyone
call.
keep their pants on.
We'll try. We'll try and do that. No promises, but we'll call Katie for you and try and get you a second date update. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Hold on. If you're just joining us for the second date, we've been talking to Greg about his movie date with a woman named Katie. And Greg, from the first part, sounds like a really nice, upstanding guy who likes to wear his emotions on his sleeve and put his balls up in the air.
Oh
What?
my gosh. Please
One of his
explain.
favorite things is to watch people juggle.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
Katie.
Can we start with that next time?
Oh, well, was it too
a little
specific?
much. It was a little much.
Well, I'm just saying, Katie is an amateur juggler. He actually asked her to show off her skills a couple times
Yeah.
during the date. But Greg says the real awkward moment may have been when he cried during the movie.
Oh, buddy.
And he used the term heaving sobs to describe it. So he's worried maybe it was a bit much. And that's why when he went in at the end of the night for the kiss, she turned her face and he just got that nose cheek crease kiss.
Which,
Yeah.
for the record, still counts as a kiss. Okay.
No,
I'm
it
just
doesn't.
saying.
As long
I
as the
don't
lips
think
make
that's-
contact,
No.
then it
No.
counts.
You make contact with the body.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a kiss.
You doing okay?
Yes, I'm just want to get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I take some deep breaths, man. I mean, she may say something you might not want to hear, so just be ready.
Okay.
Are you
He's-
okay?
he's
You all right?
breathing.
Oh, he's breathing.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
good.
Breathing is a good thing.
Yeah.
We should all breathe
Another
more.
underrated skill to have. So you keep breathing. We're going to call Katie for you and see what she has to say, all right?
Oh, wow.
All
You
right.
held it for a long
That
time.
was good.
there. That-
This might actually be more of a challenge than I was thinking before
Yeah.
we started. But we'll tell you when to come in, okay? You just keep doing your thing. Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, is this Katie?
Yes.
Hey, Katie. My name's Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Okay. Hi.
Hey,
Hey, Katie.
Hey,
the whole
what
show
up?
is here, and we all want to
Good
talk to you.
morning.
Have you ever heard our show before, Katie?
No. Sorry.
That's
Oh,
okay.
I take my good morning
We
back.
got a podcast too. You can check out on Spotify.
True.
It's fun.
Okay.
Yep.
She's not
Yep,
interested.
that's all we wanted to call. So,
No,
okay.
no.
Well, we're also in the middle of a segment right now called the Second Date Update. And
Okay.
somebody that you went out with recently really wants to see you again and has been having a hard time reaching you.
All right.
Any idea who I might be talking about?
Is it Greg?
Hey,
Okay.
look at that. You're
Oh.
right.
Oh, he's on your mind, huh?
He wasn't, but
Oh.
Greg,
Okay.
Greg
Is-
seems like a sweet guy.
Yeah.
Did you have a good
Okay.
time?
I mean, it was okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not the review.
That's all
It wasn't
right.
bad. That's
So we're trying to help Greg figure out if there was anything wrong or if there's something that he could improve on. We just want to know what the date was like from your perspective.
Right. No, he's a very nice guy.
good.
He's just, I don't know. He's not really my type.
Are you like physically not that attracted to him, or is it more of a personality difference between you two?
Yeah, it's more personality. He just is kind of, he's just like a very straightforward, literal person. Like, I like to be spontaneous and have fun. And, you know, there was one point we were getting drinks and I was like, oh, let's do a shot. And he just asked for a glass of ice and he poured his over ice and sipped it with a straw.
Oh.
Ew, no.
Oh.
For a while.
Wow, that's a very
For a
cold,
while.
short shot.
It's classy, you know?
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
but-
doesn't want to get trashed on his first date with you, maybe.
What was the movie like? Was that okay?
I guess he told you everything already. Yeah, we went to a movie and it was just a little bit weird because like right before it starting, he just leans over and is like, by the way, I've read the book already, so I know the whole story.
Oh.
Okay.
That's okay, though. I mean, you know,
Sometimes-
sometimes movies are different than books.
Yeah.
Like, and if you read the whole book, then you're even more invested a lot of times in seeing the movie.
Yeah, it's hard to find a movie that's not based on something else right
Right.
now. Like
Right.
nothing's original anymore.
Was that bad for you?
I think it's a little bit weird because he already knows the story. And like towards the end of the movie, the main character dies. And
Aw.
it's kind of like a long drawn out thing though. And he started just like bawling once
Aw.
it started. I was like, well, I know he's not going to pull through now. He wouldn't be crying. The guy's okay.
I mean, from what it sounds like, he's kind of a straight-laced, uptight guy, and you're more of a laid-back, you know, loose type of lady.
I don't.
I
we don't.
wouldn't
We
call
don't
it
use
loose.
those words.
Well,
we say like
you know
go
what
with
I
the
mean.
flow or
Yeah,
something.
Free bird.
Yeah, flowing lady.
Yeah,
No,
sometimes.
flowing
No,
is
okay.
worse.
Okay.
I think what Jeffrey's trying to say is that sometimes opposites attract.
Yeah.
Right. Like.
In
Sure.
fact, I think your opposite is on the other line right now, looking to attract over to you as we speak.
Uh-oh, unloose,
Again, a
unflowing.
weird.
What are you talking about?
Just tell her that he's on the phone.
Okay, fine. I'll be straight-laced. He's on the other phone line, and
What
he
phone
would.
line exactly is? I think it's
He's on line 5, and he would like to
Okay.
speak to you right now.
Hi, Katie. Oh my goodness, it's good to hear your voice. Hi, hello. It's Greg. It's Greg.
She knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds different. to me.
Yeah.
You do. Why do you sound different, Greg?
I was holding my breath.
Oh, my
wait.
goodness.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Told you not to do that.
Yeah.
I'm admittedly nervous. It's really good to hear your voice, Katie.
Aw.
You
Oh,
sound
That's
really
nice
good.
to say, but
Katie.
did you hear any of the stuff she was saying?
Well, I mean, I did take notes. One thing I wanted to clarify
Okay.
with that shot, you might not know this, your audience might not know this. If you drink through a straw, you actually get a little more of a buzz.
Oh.
And
Okay.
the second thing I just wanted to say is I've seen this film. I'm going to confess, I've seen it actually twice. I had the same emotional reaction both times, which I think confirms that it's a pretty profound film, and I think it justifies the.
Yeah, okay.
You're
Katie,
justified.
feel free to jump in at any time,
Yeah.
whenever you feel like talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is, Greg, this is not a good look for you. Why did you want this on the radio?
I don't think it's bad. I don't think anybody's hating on him, Katie. Like, it didn't even sound like. I mean, you just had some mismatches on your personality.
A little hiccup.
I'm sure that there's things that Greg probably saw that may have kind of been flaws about you.
Good point.
Well, if I may, to answer your question,
I wasn't asking you
no.
to air them out.
There's
but-
an open door.
Be obliged.
well, I just first wanted to say, Katie, I know you're more spontaneous than me. You're in the moment, an improviser, but on average, that personality type, they die 4.8 years younger than someone who is organized
Oh.
and prepared. That's a statistical fact.
Oh,
That is wild.
I see. You're saying her time is running short, so she better date you while she still can.
And when that personality type is complemented with someone who's an organizer and is prepared, you actually see an increase in average age.
Oh, so
Look
hanging
at
out with
that.
my boy Greg is going to increase your lifetime.
Yeah.
That is actually probably the best like ploy or like.
He's like, girl,
Do we even know if
literally-
that's right?
No.
Who
I feel
cares?
like it sounds like a threat. Like, get with me or you're gonna die soon.
No, it's just saying he'll complement your personality. He'll help you live longer.
Statistics aside, Katie, like just focus on, did you have fun with him?
I mean, not the best
Okay,
time.
let's go back to the stats then. Let's focus on the statistics of this.
Can we not, though? Like, we already
It's
did it.
getting a little clinical. How about
I think
hear
someday,
that.
Katie, you're going to want to hike up a very dangerous cliff. And he's going to be there to stop you from doing that because statistically, not a great decision.
Yeah,
You need someone like that in your life.
How does this work? Did he pay you guys to do this?
if he had more money, would you be more interested?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, we will offer to send you guys out on a date.
Yeah.
And we'll pay for it.
I feel like Greg really deserves a second shot. If anything, he could be a friend, you know, like if it came down to it. But like, he's an interesting dude.
I think if he loosens up just a little bit, it'll help.
I think I broke it down. It looks to me 75% of our evening was fun. We had 20% that was silence of the film, and 5%, I would argue, that was awkward. That seems like a pretty strong argument for us. And then if you add to it that basically this would be a free state.
Oh, I mean, it's going to be 80% fun at least if we get the free gift
Science
card.
says, Katie, you got to go out with Greg.
That certainly turned me on, so you should definitely say yes.
If the science says I gotta do it, I will give it one more shot and see how it goes.
Yay, science! All right.
Are you crying or what's going on over there, Greg?
This is gonna be fun.
What is going on?
I'm going, I'll have 2 shots and I won't use a straw, I promise.
Oh,
yeah.
And then we're gonna have sex.
Whoa, Greg! Oh my gosh!
Calm it down, Greg.
No, I don't.
It's not guaranteed.
Can I change my mind?
No,
No, he
you're
was
locked
joking. That was a joke, Katie.
That's new, Greg. He jokes a lot.
Yeah, that's funny.